What's up, YouTube? With the update for Brawl Stars hopefully coming pretty soon. My guess is about 2 weeks. That would make sense based on the time that Lex and Kairos were in Finland. But let's talk about what we hope is going to be in the next update, my update wish list. And of course, let me know down below what you really want, what you want the most in the next update. Let's start out with what I want the most. I really want replays. I think replays would be a great addition to the game. Of course, we do have spectating, which was honestly, I feel like that was a really big addition to the game, and that was really nice. Awesome to be able to add friends and watch them play, or just like if there's something competition going on, you can watch that going on with spectating. But replays would be awesome, because how many times do you make a sweet play or you just get revenge on someone and you want to share that to your band chat? That would be awesome. That would be sick. Who wouldn't want that? What about also a battle log? Just something that shows all your past matches, how well you did, show proof that you got first place, 4 or 5 times in a row, whatever it is, or that you just beat someone, something like that. Or just going back and look and see how you were doing. A battle log would be a really good addition. Now, they did talk about Supercell Id being added into the next update, and I do want that as well. It'd be nice to be able to link your accounts, and also kind of wanted to make a new Android account with my mini getting higher up. I want something really low trophy. So a new account, a little easier to do on Android would be nice. On top of that, there's a lot of quality of life stuff I really want to see added. Just small stuff that would go a long way. What about one that I think is actually kind of key? Is in boss fight, increasing the key rewards to be a little bit closer to Robo Rumble. Because let's be honest, Robo Rumble isn't everyone's favorite. A lot of people like boss fight more, but because the keys are just so much better in Robo Rumble, people save their tickets a lot more often for that. So I'd like it to be a little more closer together. That way, whichever one you want to do that you think is more fun, you can get similar keys and still have fun. Also in boss fight, you guys, Frank is really strong right now, and there's a lot of Frank in boss fights. So one thing that would be great in boss fight is to have a less chance of duplicate brawlers. Because if you get 2 or more Franks against the boss, I mean, that's just such a strong combo. It's so hard to counter. I mean, you have to be a really, really mobile boss to be able to somehow avoid that. Even then, it's just not very fun. So that would be a really good small addition to boss fight. Okay, what about this one? I think this is kind of key, is making more reason to be in your band. This is a really important thing for me. I mean, sure, you could add replays, but that wouldn't be a reason to be in a band. You'd share with your band. But right now, I feel like the only real main reason to be in a band is people to talk to. Because otherwise, you can get everything else from your friends list. There needs to be some sort of reason to be in a specific band. Maybe it's something really simple, just like being able to donate PowerPoints to people. That would be a really clear reason to be in a band. You'd have to be in a band to donate PowerPoints. And that, would be good as well. If you're a max guy, you can help out your free-to-play players, and of course you can only do that by opening boxes, because you got to keep getting those PowerPoints to be able to donate them. But I think this would be a really good way to just add a little bit more depth to the game and add a reason to be in a band. What about something that would be really fun? More customization for friendly battles. I really want to see that. I mean, being able to not have bots. You can just have a 2-on-2 in Showdown, or something like that, or just a 2-on-2 in Gem Grab, or a 1-on-1, even something like that. Or being able to add, increase the amount of damage you do, increase the amount of health like every brawler has, or increase the speed. Just add customization to friendly battles. I think could go a long way. Maybe even adding power-ups or something crazy. It would make it just a lot more fun. You could do so much more. Friendly battles, I feel like there's so much potential, and I really want to see that happen. Of course, you got to talk about the obvious stuff too, right? Like skins. Who doesn't want new skins? I really want to see a Tar skin. I really want to see a Spike skin as well, not just the pink one. Something really cool, like the Phoenix Crow equivalent for Spike. And what about voice acting? Voice acting, always really fun. Add a couple more voice acting, please. And of course, a new brawler. I really, really want a new brawler. I think at least one new brawler is almost expected. If not, I'm going to wonder what the reasoning is. I guess maybe they'd be saving it potentially. I'm not sure. Maybe they were focusing on other things, but it would depend on what's in the update, right? New brawler, definitely. New game mode, I don't really care for a new game mode. I think I'm okay. We got a lot of game modes. What I would like to see instead of a new game mode, which I think would add a similar amount of depth, is a lot of new maps. A lot of new maps would be awesome, and it just makes every single game mode that has a new map feel that much more fresh. It's a new experience, a new thing. You're playing different brawlers. You got to figure out the meta, the stuff on that map. I think that would be a really good way to just add depth to the game. And hey, look, we got this community map contest going on that I'm hosting. Now, maybe we won't be able to, the maps won't be shown and be done by the time, or in time for the next update. But maybe the one after that, and look, there'll be a lot of great map ideas from this contest. Now, another thing I would really like to see is the ability to open league rewards out of order. Currently, you can't. You have to open every single one in a row. It would be nice to be able to do it in the order you want. Let's say you get that Brawler power points, and you just want to open that right away. Assign that to your favorite brawler, that one you really want to level up. Just do that right away. Don't worry about the rest. You don't worry about opening those brawl boxes, getting those coins, or whatever it is. Just do it in the order you want. And also, that would allow you to save specific rewards for when you want to open them. Let's say you want to save those boxes for the next update because you think there might be a new brawler. So you want to save those boxes. You want to save that mega box, but you want to get either those coins or those brawler power points so you can upgrade your brawlers. Okay, now this one is really small, but it's just sort of like a pet peeve for me. Okay, on your profile, please change the total victory stat to 3v3 victories because that's what it is. Solo showdown victories and duo showdown victories aren't counted in the total victory stat, so that makes it just 3v3 victories. So why not change that to 3v3 victories? Now, the only reason I would say, okay, maybe they wouldn't do this is if they do plan to add a non-3v3 ranked game mode that would go into that stat, like maybe a 5v5. Potentially a 5v5 would obviously be amazing. It would make Brawl Stars into more of a MOBA, so I'm not sure if they want to do that, but it would probably be really cool. But still, if they don't want to go that way, please change total victories to 3v3 victories. And speaking of your profile, what about in game rooms being able to click on your profile? Because sometimes you want to see your profile stats or whatever, or even the leaderboards, being able to see the leaderboards from in a game room. Stuff like that would be small but nice. And speaking of game rooms, what about on your game room invites? Please add more detail. You know, what am I going into? This person who's inviting me to a game room, what's the game mode? Is it heist? Is it gem grab? No idea. How many people are in the game room? 1, 2? Not sure. More detail, small stuff like that, that would be really easy, but would be really nice to see. Speaking of game room invites from your friends, what about some additions to improve your friends list? Like, for instance, the ability to see when someone was last online. Right now, there's no way to tell who on your friends list is active. And of course, you want to have an active friends list. So some way to tell, like, who, quit the game. Like, no idea to tell her right now unless you go talk to them. I mean, you want to be able to have the most active friends list to be able to remove people really easily who just aren't being active to keep your friends list more active, to have more people to play with. It would be a nice addition. On top of that, though, having the ability to hide offline would be also really nice. Sometimes you already know who you're playing with and you just kind of feel awkward and uncomfortable just rejecting invites to play, and you just want to not have to go through that process. Just something like that where you can just hide offline, no one knows you're online, you can go join in whatever game room you want. You're still obviously playing Brawl Stars, but people can't invite you to game rooms. That would be nice. Another cool thing would be to have skins as your profile icon. If you have that skin, be able to have it as a profile icon too. Who wouldn't want a Phoenix Crow profile icon? That would be pretty sweet. I have two other things I would really like to see. One of them, this will go a long way, is just adding that map preview button. I know a lot of people have asked for this. Just in the home page, when you're looking at the 4 games you can play, please add a little button that shows you the map before you can plan it. Instead of having to just do the practice every single time if you're not familiar with the map or the map name, just add a little icon. It would be, I don't feel like it would be that hard. I mean, you got to find room for the icon. But, I mean, obviously they have pictures of the map, so come on, that's not too hard, right? We're not asking too much there. Now, this one I would also like to see, and I think a lot of people have asked for this. I'm not sure what Supercell's position on it is, but post-match stats. That would be really cool. How much damage did each member do to the safe and heist? How many kills, how many deaths did each person have in gem grab, bounty, whatever? How much damage did they do? How many shots did they hit? How many shots did they miss? There's so much potential you could go with for post-game stats. It would be really, really cool. And on top of that, you could go even further, and I don't know if they'd want to do this either, but profile stats You know, what's your lifetime KDA, your lifetime kills, deaths, assists, stuff like that, your lifetime hit ratio? Or what about going into Brawler Stats? You know, what's your win rate with certain brawlers? What's your hit rate with certain brawlers? Just from your profile, maybe you can see it on each brawler. Stuff like that would be really, really cool. It would add a lot of depth. I don't know if they want to go that direction. I know Supercell tends to cater to the casuals, and adding stats tends to favor the hardcore people more than the casuals. But I think it'd be cool. All right, well, those are going to be the ideas. That's my update wish list. Let me know what ones you would really like to see in the next update as well. Guys, thank you so much for watching today's video. I hope you enjoyed, and I'll catch you later.